Well, hello folks, and welcome to my video channel. And today's video is going to be on USAID, United States Agency National Development, and International Development, I'm sorry. So, as we all know now, the newly established government agency under the Trump administration, the DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk, has recently basically shut down USAID, and for a very good reason. And if you're following Catherine Lewitt, the new spokesperson, the press secretary or press liaison of the Trump administration, has been very explicitly explaining this and standing behind this decision of disassembling the U.S. aid, as it was 100% waste of the American taxpayers' tax dollars. I got a new posting from this individual that just came to me through a friend, and that was originated by Kevin Steele. I need to basically provide and reference the source's name, just so YouTube does not come back to me saying that hey, we're kind of copyright violations and stuff like that. So what I want to do is basically, before I kind of give my 2 cents on it, I just want to, if you can bear with me, I just want to read from this and then go from there. Kevin Steele says, "You paid for it, but not anymore. Breaking this morning, the White House releases more projects that you paid for with USAID, the wasteful and unaccountable government agency that has been dismantled by DOGE and Elon Musk. Here is a look at where your tax dollars went, including terror groups. I hope you're proud." And now there's a list, and I want to start with that one. $7.9 million, I'll be going through this kind of fast. $7.9 million to teach Sri Lankan journalists how they avoid binary gender language. $20 million for a new Sesame Street show in Iraq. $4.5+ million to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. $1.5 million for art for inclusion of people with disabilities. $2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala. $6 million to transform digital spaces to reflect feminist democratic principles. $2.1 million to help the BBC value the diversity of Libyan society. $10 million worth of U.S. aid-funded meals, which went to an Al-Qaeda-linked terror groups. $25 million for Deloitte to promote green transportation in the country of Georgia. $2.5 million to promote inclusion in Vietnam. $16.8 million for a separate inclusion group in Vietnam. $5 million to EcoHealth Alliance, one of the key NGOs funding the bat virus research at the Wuhan lab in China. $20 million for a group related to a key player in the Russiagate impeachment hoax. $1.1 million to an Armenian LGBT group. $1.2 million to help the African Methodist Episcopal Church Service and Development Agency in Washington, D.C. to build a state-of-the-art 440-seat auditorium. $1.5 million to promote LGBT advocacy in Jamaica. $2 million to promote LGBT equality through entrepreneurship in Latin America. $500,000 to solve sectarian violence in Israel just 10 days before the Hamas October 7 attack. $2.3 million for artisanal and small-scale gold mining in the Amazon. $3.9 million for LGBT causes in the Western Balkans. $5.5 million for LGBT activism in Uganda. $6 million for advancing LGBT issues in priority countries around the world. $6.3 million for men who have sex with men in South Africa. $8.3 million for U.S. aid, education, equity, and inclusion for decades. U.S. aid bureaucrats believe they were accountable to no one, but that era is over. President Trump is stopping the waste, fraud, and abuse. This is how that posting reads. What have you heard so far from the list that I was reading from this post, what was the most frequent word? LGBTQ, right? So there are, according to, again, the press liaison of Trump administration, that 27 years old young lady, Catherine Lewitt, who was doing a basically fantastic and awesome job answering most of those woke journalists. Every single one of them is working, they're doing their best to trip her, I know, and it's very obvious, but she is super confident. I get a lot of kick out of watching Catherine Lewitt to see her performance, the way she is responding, the way actually she's destroying those who are trying to trip her with their woke agendas and woke questions. And she was basically telling American people officially there are 52 different nations who has been using the money from the USAID, or more like through USAID, actually from American taxpayers, for the reasons that I just listed here. I just kind of read from the list. And USAID, the agency, United States Agency International Development, in short USAID, that was established, I think, primarily for helping people around the world with absolute dire needs, such as people who were impacted by earthquakes, by floods, or civil strife, civil wars, massacres, things like that, the things of kind of things that are beyond people's control, and to help them. And American people would be more than happy, probably, right, to see that their tax dollars are going to people who are in actual need. What the list shows entirely, it basically depicts entirely different picture. And the list was 100% politicized by the woke Biden administration to be able to spread their belief system, to spread around the world, to constantly further the woke agendas. The DEI, the LGBT, the transgenderism, all these concerns, all these agendas that they've been trying to spread, and they're funding it using the taxpayers' monies, where people were thinking USAID is a legitimate institution that is helping people around the world. So, what is your take on that, folks? This is basically, and you know that USAID, we've been now watching it, the way DOGE has been working on it for about now a week or 10 days, a little more than a week. And officially, the newly again established agency that I'm very happy to see, the establishment of DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, and the person who's leading it knows best how to measure efficiency. We know that Elon Musk is he's a brilliant guy. We all know his achievements. There is no need to describe about his achievements and stuff. And he is like one of the hawkish people probably about, the efficiency. In this case, Trump made a very smart decision. One, to establish a new department called DOGE, and two, put the best guy to lead it. And also, if you have a chance, look at it. Look at the guys that Elon Musk hired to kind of analyze and bring and gather data, analyze data, to be able to establish where the government inefficiencies, in other words, where the taxpayers' dollars are being wasted. And those guys do have an access to every possible government agency, their financial records, their financial resources, where the monies are being spent, all that information they do have an access. In fact, one of the journalists asked Catherine Lewitt in one of those sessions, that do those guys, analysts working for DOGE, have a read and write access or read only access? And she clearly stated that read only access, meaning they do have a right to access to see what the data shows, but they don't have an access to write or overwrite or change the code. All they can do is they can see, and that's what they need. They want to see what has been happening so far. The changes, the list that I just read to you, that those, and this is not all exhaustive 52 countries, by the way. This is a shorter list. The Catherine Lewitt was providing briefly all those 52 nations that has been basically stealing American taxpayers' money with the help of the U.S. government under the Biden administration. So this is still the tip of the iceberg. And it is, I can't tell you how good of a decision that would be. First, to establish DOGE. Two, seeing DOGE fulfilling its responsibility as far as identifying those resources that are being wasted, and holding the institution, in this case USAID, accountable in their wasteful procedures and policies. Identify them, hold them accountable, hold them responsible, and shut them down as they deserve. They should have been shut down a long time ago, like many other institutions that President Trump has been working on to find inefficiencies or corruption or wastefulness and all those things. So that was, to me, that's a great thing to see that. But I wanna share with you, and I want to get your opinion on that one. If you're kind enough, if you like this video, please don't forget to smash that like button. And if you don't mind, if you want to share your opinion, put under the video. What do you think of this USAID? What they've been doing, how they've been wasteful, how they've been basically lying to the American people as far as and how their tax dollars have been used and utilized. And again, it is one thing that some of the items that I just read from the list they do sound, I mean, it's ridiculously stupid, but some of them, and most of them actually, as you heard, LGBTQ related. So the woke agenda is part of the international, actually, woke agenda under the woke regimes. The globalist wokeism and democratic establishment of this country, of the United States, is nothing but a puppet of them. In fact, what I like to repeat here is the Democratic Party has been hijacked by the radical left, by the wokeist agenda, and has been made instrumental perfectly the last 4 years under the Biden and Harris administration to basically spread their venom, the virus, because wokeism, in my opinion, is a virus, and that's what they've been instrumental for. And I know, we all know, that they're doing everything right now to either slow down the Trump administration or completely shut down, to block their attempts to fix and healing process. But God knows, I believe, and I have complete faith in Trump administration, that they not only determined and identified all these issues, they're coming with the full force to attack from all sides to basically facilitate this healing process that was created, facilitated, and coordinated by the Biden administration. So that's what I just wanted to share with you folks. And like I said, I'd be happy to see your thoughts. Thank you for watching my video. See you later at another video. Thank you very much and take care.